welcome to my kitchen. My name is Sherry, and today we are going to be making a corned beef and potato quiche. But before I get started, if this is your first time here and you love food, you love fun, you are in the right spot. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget the notification bell so that you don't miss anything. All right, so I was researching recipes for St. Pat's Day, and I kept coming across, for some reason I want to make a quiche. So I kept seeing a corned beef and hash recipe for quiches, and I thought, well, I've got leftover corned beef from yesterday's video where we did a Reuben dip, and I'll put the link to that right here. But I thought I'm just going to make it from scratch because I have the corned beef. So I went ahead and I boiled up some potatoes. I've got those, and I've got the rest of my ingredients here. So the first thing I want to do to get started is work with my crust. And if you guys know me very well, you know I don't usually make the crust myself. I'm not particularly good at it. I don't know. I could be, I guess, if I did it more, but I just kind of feel like it's such a pain to get the flour out, and I don't know. It's just not a process I really enjoy. I'd rather chop vegetables. Okay, so I'm doing this in a tart pan, so it has the removable bottom. You can do this in a regular pie pan if you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and press our pie crust down in here. I'm going to grab a knife so we can trim off the extra. And this is going to be enough, I believe. I don't know. I'm kind of just making my own recipe as we go here today. This isn't really something I've made before, but I think we're going to have enough ingredients to make 2 of them. So I've got 2 pie crusts going here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. All right, so once we have both of our pie crust ready to go, we are going to, most people use a fork to do this. I'm just going to use my knife and make a couple of slits in the bottom of each one just to keep my crust from bubbling up. I'm going to place this in the oven. I'm just going to blind bake it for a few minutes. That just means to bake it before you put anything in it. And this is, I don't know that this is a completely necessary step, but I always feel like it's going to keep my crust from getting soggy. So I'm going to do this for a few minutes, and then we will put the rest of the ingredients in. All right, I got my crust all ready to go, so I want to start mixing up the rest of my ingredients. I've got 4 eggs here, and I've got a 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. And then I'm just going to whip these 2 things together real quick. All right, I'm going to add in a little bit of pepper. And I'm using fresh cracked black pepper. Whew. I'm having a time talking today, I'll tell you. But you can use whatever you have on hand if you don't have the fresh cracked. I'm going to add in about 1.5 cups of potatoes to this. About 1.5 cups of corned beef. And then probably about 1 cup of cheddar cheese. I think I'm going to save, actually I'll just get more out of the fridge. I think I need all of that. I think it needs to be cheesy inside and on the top. So I'm just going to mix all this together. And then we'll pour this into our pans. I think I did pretty good measuring this out. I wasn't quite sure how much we'd have, but this looks like about enough for both of these. And we're just going to spread it out evenly in here. That looks pretty good. All right, so I am going to grab a little bit of more cheese out of the fridge. It's not the biggest bag of cheese ever. I always say it's so embarrassing to have this big of a bag of cheese in your fridge. All right, so we're just going to get some cheese. Oh, before I do that, I almost forgot. I've got some baby spinach here, and I've got some arugula, some baby arugula. I think I might just use the arugula. Maybe we'll do arugula on one, and we'll do spinach on the other. So I'm just kind of tearing up the leaves and putting it on here. So just a handful of leaves or so. And like I said, just roughly torn. I really do like the look of the arugula though, so I'm going to pull this back for just a second. I'm so silly. Then I'm going to put the cheese on. This might be the one I photographed, so put a little more cheese over the top. I'm going to put a little more cheese on this one as well. Can't have too much cheese, right? I got to make sure I get some down in the cracks here, or in the corners, on the edges. All right, so a little more spinach here. I think the green color just adds a lot to it. It looks so pretty. I love dishes that have a lot of color in them. Okay, so this one I'm going to put my arugula back on top of. Let's see if we have a little more here. That one's not so pretty. We'll take that one back out. There's a little baby one. I think I picked all the arugula out of here to make something else with. All right, just a few little pieces. Those look darker, but that's okay. There's another one. All right, so I'm going to put these in the oven at 400 degrees for, I don't know, 20, 25 minutes. All right, our quiches are done and out of the oven, and they turned out so, so pretty. So I'm sorry to disappoint, but I'm not going to cut these and eat them on camera because I have company coming tomorrow, and I thought, you know what? This will just save me from making a dish, and they're so pretty. I want people to see them. But I am going to take them off of there just so you can see how pretty they are. Look at that. They're still pretty warm, too. Oh, my goodness. How pretty, though, right? They smell delicious. Yeah. You can't go wrong with corned beef and potatoes. It smells so good. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that. I hope you all have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day, and I will see you next time. Bye.